Hello, everyone. Merry Christmas. Taking out Cassie for the late walk, as usual. And wanted to start with this. Well, not sure if it's showing up good on your end or not, but some of my neighbors went all out this year, and I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot, a lot, a lot. How's everyone doing? Merry Christmas and getting close to Happy New Year, but not yet. So, as stated, this night shift is Christmas vibes, and I probably have less plan than usual for tonight, but we're just taking it easy. Some of you are on vacation, some of you are working as normal, like really I am, and hopefully you're enjoying some of this time somehow with family, with some friends, even one or two people do something different. So I hope you can all do that. Let's see, who's out there? Let's get it started. Kathy, hello. I will have to show you my lights at the end because we already left. Hi, Belinda. Those were my neighbors, or one of my neighbors' lights, by the way. Merry Christmas, everybody. And yeah. Hi, Sheila. Good evening. And Teresa, good evening. Merry Christmas. Thank you. And oh, I know why it seemed extra dark, because I made it dark on my phone so it wouldn't be distracting, but I can still read what you're saying. So yeah, like I said, no real plan tonight, just want to hang out with you guys a little bit. And maybe we'll come up with some topics. It's an open conversation. You know, sometimes I get distracted and miss 10 or 15 comments. So sorry about that. But I shall do my best. It seems lately like I've been getting more negative comments than usual about the Bob Joyce theory. And oh, hold on, I gotta swerve around some dogs right now. It seems darker tonight for some reason. I don't know why. I think it's just foggy. That's what it is. Okay, so anyway. Yeah, bots. You read my mind. That was really one of my first thoughts was, are the bots getting things ramped up? Like, what exactly is going on? And to be honest, anytime I see a very thorough comment reply, I mean, we're talking like several paragraphs long. And it seems like something that was copy and pasted anyway, but that's the first thing I think of with bots. And I'm sure some of them are, in some form, some way. I mean, it's not hard to do. If I really wanted to, I could learn all about running armies of bots to do work for me. But I just haven't wanted to operate that way yet. They have good uses, but anyhow, yeah, there's been more lately though, and I'll notice if there's something out of the ordinary that changes. And yes, there were always some negative comments, and that's okay. People don't have to agree. But lately they seem like suddenly ramped up. And then on top of that, more bot-like looking comments. And I'm not just talking about here either. I literally saw it in a couple different places suddenly happening at the same time. So that is another clue that I pieced together just the last couple days. So I really need to teach myself not to respond to so many of them. I mean, it's usually just a short response, but it's just really not worth it. And so I will say that I don't worry about convincing anybody about theories that I believe are true. So why do I need to try to basically do just that through comments? It just doesn't make any sense. So I don't spend a lot of time doing it. If you flipped through some of the videos and comments, you would see my responses. But round and round we go. Let's see. That's bad grammar too, yeah. We're not rude to the non-believers, so I'm sure Yep, Belinda, exactly. And I mean, it's nothing new either. It's just a different topic. It's the same kind of stuff now applied to the topic of Bob Joyce. So, no biggie. But yeah, let's look at it again now, logically, not emotionally, but logically. What's the need for all the negative opposing comments unless there's something to it, right? I mean, otherwise, why bother? It's the same with a lot of different topics. So, for me, if it doesn't increase my belief in what I think about Bob currently, it at least keeps it the same. It just kind of cancels out the positives. The positive possibilities cancel out any negative effect from the emotional reaction. How's that? Who did I miss? Carmen? Merry Christmas. Me and Cassie here get back to the house in 10 minutes or something. I can show you our Christmas lights. That'll be the grand finale of this episode, really. I mean, you just don't get any better than Matt and Patrick's lights side by side. All several hundred of them. But we got some Christmas vibes going on. Okay, we're back again. It's hard to talk sometimes when I'm dodging curbs and people and babies. I don't want to hit a baby. Okay. So, like I was saying, well, not like I was saying, but like I was going to say, it's interesting as time progresses with that whole theory and other theories as well. But this is the one we're, I guess, spending a few minutes on. I mean, there's one side of me that's like, yeah, there could be facial differences, but there's too many things like uh, scars, the pinky finger, what appears to be two different lengths of legs, and it's just like, yeah, it's kind of got to be him, right? So it's funny. And then we have this new army of bots that are like, oh, there's too many people believing it. We must shut them down. Shut down them Pastor Bob Joyce Presley believers. And so it's still kind of entertaining to me. And I guess that's one of the bonuses of focusing on one specific topic instead of like I've been doing for many years. I've been learning about so many topics at the same time. And it was draining, honestly. I think I spent the last maybe 2 months now finally taking a real break and stepping back. And it's been a really blessing to just focus on things I want to focus on for once, because it was all important, but it's a lot of not fun stuff to think about, like the reality of our world and what certain people do. And so it's draining, but I'm glad that I did it. And I'm also glad it's behind me for the most part, because now I feel pretty good about how I can see people and make certain assumptions to make my own choices in life. And once you get to that point, you're not perfect, but that's a really good place to be. And it also tells you not to worry about the world so much, because no matter what, the world is going to do certain things. But you don't have to go in the same route that they do, which might be more than half of the people, unfortunately. So that means literally the best thing for you to do in your life is to make sure you're in the minority, which we already know as believers, you're gonna have problems that non-believers don't. Challenges, obstacles thrown right in front of your feet and stuff like that. So when you expect it, when you expect the challenges and then just deal with it, for me that's easier than just thinking, oh, everything's going to be great, and then surprised when something bad happens. I like to call myself pessimistically optimistic, which is basically plan for the worst, hope for the best mentality. Means the same thing. So let's see. Miss Constitutional Rights is here. Hello. Sacha, what do you expect from 2025? That is a very difficult question to answer quickly. But generically, I will say I expect big things to happen between President Trump, RFK Jr., and Kash Patel. Those three alone, along with a lot of others helping them, is going to be monumental, historic, maybe even biblical by the time it's all said and done. don't forget who you are. Oh, thank you. I will not forget who I am, and I appreciate that. I have a very difficult time living any kind of life that isn't authentic. It's very hard for me because I really despise fake people, fake things in the world that aren't really important, but people make it important. So I know what you mean. And we are back. Oh, I gotta show you lights. I promised. Here we go. You guys ready? My neighbor's actually having family over tonight, so I'm glad they're in the back right now. So I can do this and that. So that's where Patrick really shined. You can see that tree way down the road on the drive home. So there's your Christmas vibes. Yeah, I used to call my tree the tree of life when I decorated it more than that. But my neighbor wins the award this year. This is the tree of life in Christmas light form. So, like Pastor Bob said, I just like looking at the lights. And that's all there is to it. So these will be up for another 10 days, whatever that is. All right, well, I hope you all have a great night. I'm going to wrap it up. And, it's 6 o'clock here. So decide if I'm going to do anything else or just relax. But I hope you all have a Merry Christmas and a blessed week and weekend and day and night. Yes, lots of people do a lot of lights. It's awesome to see and drive by. Okay, you all have a good one. I'll talk to you soon. Merry Christmas and good night.